Hey, it's Ken from clickfix.io, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about our real-time phone number validation tool. Now, right off the bat, you can see that we have made some modifications to the existing field of the SMS number, and this is basically any phone number field, and will be formatted this way. And what we've done is we've added a little bit of a pre-field flag and country code setting here. The reason for that is because there's always a lot of confusion, especially for people who work internationally, as to whether or not people needed to be inputting that country code in order for the form to work, and whether or not the country code was being detected properly based on the IP of where the individual was at. So you can imagine that if somebody were traveling and they happen to fill out your form, and let's say that they're in Spain, which is country code 34, where I'm at right now, but they happen to be they were just traveling there, they didn't actually live there. If they put in their US phone number, then the system would automatically append the 34 in front of their phone number, and of course text messaging and any other future communications wouldn't work properly. So we decided that we'd go ahead and add, for starters, we'd go ahead and add in this country code with the flag, and we make it searchable, right? So somebody can just click on here if for whatever reason it wasn't the right country, or if they were like me and I actually have a US number as well that I use for some of the forms, then I could just go ahead and start typing the United. It'd come up here and I could switch that on the fly. Now that's not the only thing that we did here. Let's go ahead and show you that this is also something that I'll probably pick a number that actually exists here. But this is a real-time phone number validation tool as well, right? And depending on which country you select, it's going to go ahead and actually also put it into the proper formatting, so it's easy for somebody to see if they are in fact typing in the correct number, right? This is the famous movie number, and we can see that that number doesn't exist either. So let's take a look and see just how simple it is to actually install this on any of your Ontraport pages. So as always, you're going to need a clickfix.io account for this. First thing you would do is you'd come here to the start here. You would have to add in your domain. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of domains here. Once your domain is added in, you go back to the dashboard. I like to have the Chrome plugin installed just because it allows me to do some other things, but you don't need it for this particular case. And then the other thing you'll need is you'll need to have our JavaScript snippet installed on your site. So once you have that done over in the dashboard for ClickFix, you just come into your Ontraport page, click on Settings, click on Custom Code, come into the header section, and that's where you're going to paste in that JavaScript snippet. From there, it's just as simple as putting in the shortcode that you're going to see the formatting for, both on the demo page that you'll have a link to, as well as in the documentation. So let's run through the shortcode real fast so you can see what the options are. And we can also take a look at some of the extended options that allow you to style this to fit your forms to perfection. First, we start off with just basically the name, phone verification. This tells us which field or fields we want to target with the formatting, which is the little flag in the country code. So maybe you have multiple phone numbers on your forms, and you want to make sure that both of them are formatted correctly and that they are also being validated in real time. This is the message that pops up whenever somebody puts in a phone number that isn't deemed to be a valid phone number. Now, this isn't just looking to see if the number of digits is correct or if the format is correct. This is actually pinging the phone numbers in the background to make sure that it is indeed a phone number that will ring. Submit no. You can say yes here, but if we put no, this just means that it's going to stop the form from actually being submittable if the phone number isn't valid, which means that you'll no longer have invalid data hitting your database. Background color, drop-down divider color, drop-down background hover, line height, all these things are just giving you the option to format it so that it will fit in your form correctly. Basically, you can change all the options that you want in order to make sure that this is going to stay in line with the branding that you've chosen for the forms that you come up with. And the full documentation on all the different styling options will be available in the official documentation. But you can see here just at first glance that we've pretty much made it possible for you to style this any which way you want. And that's it. Once you have the short code good to go and you hit publish, you should now see that the targeted fields, in this case the SMS field, now has the flag on it. And when anybody drops onto this page, they will go ahead and input their phone number. If they give you a valid phone number, they can submit the form. If they don't, it won't allow them to. And now you're pretty much bulletproof. Now, the last thing I'll mention is that this is a paid option because there are some hard costs to our server associated with it. But we've done our best to make it as affordable as possible. You can see here that we have the Essential, the Marketer, and the Pro plans. Each plan comes with its own set of validations per month. This is 1,500 validations per month for that $29 price. Each additional validation would cost under a penny. On the Marketer plan, that's 15,000 validations per month. And on the Pro plan, it's 75,000 validations per month. Now, these validations are good for both the real-time email validation, as well as the real-time phone number validation. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we look forward to seeing what you build.